So to get this started, I figured I'd start out this place that, kind of got me thinking about making this whole series in the first place. And that is with the relatively common recommendation to not stare at an object for more than a few seconds in a dream because it will cause a dream to break down and end. And so I've always kind of pushed back against this recommendation because my main way, like really one of my main ways to rebuilding a dream back out and keeping it going when I feel it ending is to stare at an object, but kind of importantly, bring it back into focus and then re-solidify the dream and then, build the dream out that way. So then it got me wanting to go ahead and try to find out where this recommendation, originated from. So I did some Google searching and shit, couldn't find it, probably didn't look hard enough, but a relatively plausible explanation popped in my head, soon enough. And that is when you're in REM, right, your eyes to a large degree are actually looking wherever it is you're looking within a dreamscape, as well as kind of just moving randomly. So, if you were in the dream and you were to lock your eyes on a particular object, maybe that stops your eyes from moving and could potentially end REM. I mean, seemed plausible and made enough sense in my head that I thought, I should really try, next time I'm in my lucid dreams and this pops into my head, actually try it out and see what happens. And then interestingly enough, I don't know if you saw my last video I posted, well, kind of depending on when I post this, but if you were to read, like, dreams are so influential that if you were to read some list of things not to do in a dream, or even things to do in a dream, trying that in the dream because you planted that little seed of expectation in your head could very well make that shit happen or not happen, right? Just by that expectation you had. So, sure enough, I'm over there. I stare at an object. I feel the dream starting to break down. And then I went to switch into, my actual mode for rebuilding the dream back out. And the interesting thing here is it actually got me really paying attention to my own particular method of building the dream back out, or at least, like what the hell it is I'm talking about, which is why I have this, very old Magic Eye book here, which I know I've made videos on this stuff before, as I thought it helped with. I think it kind of helps with a lot of things, even like hypnagogic type imagery and shit. I don't remember what I said about it in my other video because it was like, shit, a good year ago or so. But anyway, what I noticed is when I'm staring at that object and rebuilding it back out, it is a very active stare, right? It's not just like a dead stare, you're just locking it, keeping it in focus. I'm doing a lot of like depth changing with my eyeballs. I mean, I was trying to do this in a mirror and it didn't look very good, so it probably will look stupid on this video, but you kind of get like this kind of like like this wide eye look, and you stare at it. Then you mess with depth perception, so like it's going in and out, so there actually is movement to it. And it's a lot like freaking one of these things. So if you've ever done these before, there's kind of two ways to do it. You have the way where you kind of bring it in close to your face, you slowly move it out, and then that will normally have the image where it pops out towards you. Or you can do this other one where you kind of keep it at a decent length away. And also in dream, I always do this with something pretty close. I don't do it with something really far off in a distance. You can do it with your hand. You can do it with anything that's relatively close to you. So to do this magic eye thing here, this other technique, is you kind of hold it about this far away and then you just keep messing with depth, with your vision, while kind of keeping it really steady, but your eyes are very active. And then that will tend to have the image normally sink in versus pop out, but it kind of can go both ways. So if anybody is used to or knows what I'm talking about, doing one of these old, magic eye freaking things from like, shit, the 90s? I don't know, a long time ago. So all you young kids probably don't know what the fuck this is, but Google it. So if you can do this technique, try that in dream next time your dream is breaking down. And I find it to be a great way to essentially rebuild everything out, re-solidify it, and then keep the dream going.